Out with the C16, in with the methanol, and E85. Let's get to it. What's going on, guys? Matt over here, Lethal Garage, and today we are kicking off the install of the alky control unit, the methanol install. So as many of you guys know, 2016 Camaro, full built, supercharged, full internals, all sorts of goodies. All we know is fuel system is not going to get us to where we want unless we add some sort of help. We're at the top of the end of the DI system. We could go external secondary DI pump, but I really don't want to do that. And C16 only got us so far. Technically, we could run C16 and methanol, but C16 is really expensive, so we're going back to 85 and methanol, and we're going to push the car that way. In this instance, we're doing the kit that installs in the washer bottle. Now, I don't have any windshield wipers anymore, so we'll have to fill it up quite often because that bottle is not all that big, but I don't drive the car daily, so I'm not worried about it. The biggest thing that you want to make sure is when you install methanol, you never run out of meth. That's a huge one. If you do this, never run out of meth. Now I'm going to time lapse and just pull off the fender because I already have a video on how to remove the fender and all that stuff. And Mike from Red Barn Racing is actually going to come over to Lethal Garage, and it probably won't be tonight, but I'll capture it and we'll kind of go over the methanol kit, how it's going to be run, how it's going to be set up. And then I think we're also going to take some time to clean up some of the crazy wiring that we did at last minute. We had to get a booster pump in ahead of Camaro con, and we just ghetto mounted it. There's lots of wires of things that we've had installed that need to be removed, and I have this ghetto wire sitting here. This is actually powering my line lock right now because somehow, some way, when my roll cage was installed, the wires to the center console no longer work, and I don't know if that's a situation of airbag issues because we disconnected all of that, or because we disconnected the chairs because my mirrors no longer work. There's a whole bunch of stuff that we removed out of the car, and my side mirrors no longer work, and my home link system doesn't work right now. So it's kind of things we got to figure out, but that's where we're at. So I'm gonna rip off this fender, we're gonna do some time lapse, and then we'll talk about the alky control kit. So let's do it. So the crappiest part about this fender removal is I forgot about one bolt that holds the headline in that you have to get. Now, if you have a small, you can see where it's at right here. If you have a small 7mm, you can get in there. I don't actually have a short 7mm, so I'm gonna have to pull out the whole front clip just to get to that one stupid bolt. What an annoyance. But we got everything else unbolted on the inside. You can see my rat's nest up in there that we're gonna clean up. And then this is where we gotta get to right in there to get to the windshield washer bottle. So yeah, lots of fun. I now officially hate this bolt. Okay, so now for the juicy stuff. There's a 10mm bolt you have to pull out, and that will allow you to get the top part of the fill tube. Just pulls right out. So it's over here. And now to get the fender off, so you can see we already got it disconnected for the most part, but now we got to get the windshield washer container out. There's a couple, I think there's two 10mm bolts. I could be wrong. Yeah, there's a 10mm bolt right above the camera. Right, straight up. So that's holding the top part. And then there's a 10mm bolt right here. And that should allow the, okay, it does. We gotta disconnect the power on the stupid pump. I don't want to unplug the pump because then all the fluid will come out. Okay, I can't fit my fat fingers in here to unplug this, so I'll just pull it out. There we go. It's not even held on. Okay. I'm not a fan of doing work on my car when it's over 100 degrees outside. It's finally cooling off. It's 92 out. So the sweat is not profusely coming out of my face. But we have the fender off. So the fender's sitting right over there. Not that one. That's the old fender. That's the one I just took off. But she's off, and now she's ready for Mike. But that is prepping. So we got the car all prepped up, but really, what is the kit? What's in the package? There's quite a few things that you get with the Alky control unit, and I apologize, I got lots of 71 parts everywhere right now, but the kit that I got is obviously the washer bottle tank kit. So there's all the parts and pieces needed for that. There's all the wiring, all the direct tap-ins, all the fittings, all the nozzles. We ordered a specific nozzle setup, and I'll let Mike talk about that when he comes over for the install. So here's the main controller, the main, like this is how you adjust everything, and then this is the actual pump itself. So I don't know all this. I'll let Mike talk it through, but I know there's a lot of people out there running this kit. It came highly suggested to me from just about everyone I've talked to, so that's the route or reason I went this route. But the next step is the install. So Mike is actually in the process of building out his new shop. If you guys aren't familiar with Red Barn Racing, Mike's been the one helping me with the entire lethal build. But he has his own shop. It's going to be here in Temecula. He's been working really hard getting it all set up and done. So I went ahead and pulled my car apart waiting for him and not telling him that I was doing that. And then he was like, I guess we're going to do it when I get to it. My fault. I put pressure on him, but you know, he's got tons of customers lined up and waiting, already scheduled in, so gotta wait my turn, and it will be a well-worthy wait. So when Mike comes over, we're able to install. We'll do a quick video. It's not going to be a complete install video. I'm not going to walk you step by step. If you want an Alky system, work with your tuner, work with your builder. They can spec out what you need, why you need it, and do the install for you. Unfortunately, I believe these kind of things need to be left to the professionals. I mean, maybe running wires and whatnot, you can do that if you want to save a few bucks, but honestly, work with your builder and tuner on this one. Just saying. If you feel comfortable enough and you know how to do it, go for it. But yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that. So thanks for checking out this video. That's the next step going on with the lethal Camaro. We are gonna get out and go racing and put some numbers down. It's literally the worst time of year to do it. I was kind of hoping to do it in the spring, but we just didn't get there. Unfortunately, I put a lot of focus on the 71s. That was kind of my fault, but the 71's painted. That was awesome. If you didn't see that video, check it out. Went live on Tuesday, but yeah, that's all I got. Thanks for checking out the video, guys. Make sure to subscribe if you want more content, and until next time, see you on the road.